It's 2022 na, baka naman mag-evolve tayo, 'di ba? Diyos ko.
Oo. At yan nga yung mahirap. Kasi sobrang nakakaiba talaga ako eh. Like, I don't look Filipino. I do not.
Hmm.
Tapos dagdag yung tawa ko. Tapos dagdag pa yung parang medyo tomboy ako.
Mm.
Yan, like, I don't fit most of the Filipino standards. I was lucky enough to even fit into PBB.
Mm.
Kasi 'di ba nakakaiba talaga. Hindi naman ganun ka...
But
It's not...
think about this, parang ikaw yung kulang na spice in a recipe na kailangan mag-pop.
Wow!
For the power ng person.
For the decision ng person.
Oo, decision ako, bakit ba?
Kulang. Agree. Wow!
It's true naman. I think each and one of those housemates, which I all have interacted with, iba kasi yung charisma mo. Iba talaga. There's something about you, and not because you're my bias, but because there's something about, but there's something about your personality that is so different from what I watch. Parang sa akin, sabi ko, ay, basic. That's so basic. Alam ko na yung storyline. Alam ko na yan, anong mangyayari. Pero when it happened to you, sabi ko, ay, there's something new. Manonood ako, sabi ko ganyan. Kaya hindi ako nanood nung, as in the first few weeks, sabi ko, alam ko na yan. It's the same recipe all over again and again. Parang siyang rice. Sabi ko, kumbaga ikaw yung fried rice.
Wow! Sinangag pala ako sa
rice. Pero yun, sabi ko, she added something into the group that no one else had. You all had really nice personalities. You all had added something to the group. But I think you added more something because you were so you were confronting about your real feelings. You were true to yourself. And you weren't the type to sugarcoat things.
Mm-mm.
And ayan nga, sabi niya, game changer. Yes.
Thank you po.
Definitely something like that. Sige na nga. Next question na nga. How do you deal with criticism? Lalo na ngayon ka na.
Wow, grabe.
Sorry. Wrong question. How do you deal with so many good...
Oh my gosh, I want to laugh so bad but my throat hurts so much. Oh my gosh. Pero alam mo, yung pagka-criticism, I think it's something that comes easy to me na having to deal with criticism. Kasi growing up talaga, my mom is very hard. Very, 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 very hard on me. Like, you will barely hear any compliments. You will more hear like harsh insults from her. But it's more like something that she's trying to push to prove to you that you have to be strong. And in the end of the in the end of the day, ganun naman talaga yung intention niya para you a better person, you feel better, you know what to do in the future. Tapos parang habang tumatagal, hindi ko nagigets kung ba't ganun. Tapos one day, parang na-realize ko, other people started criticizing me like, oh, she's not good enough yet, she needs practice. And I was like, the stuff they say is nothing compared to what my mom say. And I'm like, the only person's opinion that matters is my mom, because I mean, every time she says something, it always is true.
It hits hard. It hits home.
Kaya nga eh. Kaya, oh gosh. Kaya sobrang hirap, like, to, what do you call it? To like have to deal with criticism, because for me, I don't find it criticism anymore. I see it as...
It's like feedback. Parang ganon.
Yeah, feedback, or like someone else just commenting their opinion. Everyone has an opinion. Kasi for me, obviously, I don't like everyone. And grabe, expect ba ako na lahat ng tao na makakamit sa akin, makakagusto sa akin? Di naman yan pwede, diba? Affecting naman, feeling. So obviously, I have to just be aware that there are people who don't care, don't like me, will always try to push me down. All I have to remember is that there are so many more people, or there's so much other people who are trying to support me and love me, like my mom,
Mm.
like my family, and like you guys. So,
Mm.
yeah, you just have to really just focus on the positive, but you need negativity in your life to be better. Because if you don't have that, you don't know
It's a
where.
balance. It's a
Yeah, you
balance.
don't know where
You have
to.
to have the good and the bad.
You don't know where to develop in. Because if everyone just lies to you and tells you like, oh, you're so good at everything, bro, wala kang magagawa. Hindi ka magde-develop as.
They're not gonna improve on example kung sabihin na ang galing mong mag-acting tapos hindi pala, and then you go into, let's say, a show tapos sasabihin na ay kala ko magaling ka tapos hindi pala. It's more like dapat sabihin na sa'yo na ngayon na you need improvement. Hindi naman sa hindi magaling, but I think people need to have the right words when they're commenting and say kailangan mo mag-improve in this part para you'll have this experience. And I think it's all about wording kasi. Some people just say, ay, hindi siya magaling, gano'n, hindi ka magaling dyan. I think it's about the comments that you guys make, and I think it's about the wording. Kung tama yung wording mo, hindi masasaktan yung tao. Siyempre, if I told you, sasabihin, ay, Steph, napanood ko yung, yung kumo serye mo. I think you need improvement in this part. Hindi ka ma-offend doon. Kasi you're like, oh, I need to improve. Alam ko, and you know naman sa sarili mo siguro that if you need improvement. Oo, madaldal talaga ako. Bakit
nga
eh.
Yung tao dito.
Umuubos, syempre ako yung dadaldal. Tuntukan tayo, gusto mo. Sure. Okay. Next question. How do you deal with fake news? Ayan. Mga ano tayo
Like, paano yung fake news? Like,
yung parang they'll say, ay, ito, nakita ko siya sa personal, tapos ang suplada niya. And then they'll spread it across the social media sites. You know how people are.
hindi ako naniniwala dyan.
O, paano mo i-handle? Visit ka.
Hindi talaga ako naniniwala dyan. Wala akong pake. I'm sorry. I have other stuff to do with my life than have to listen to fake news or put myself in drama other people started. I'm sorry. But the number rule in life is wala kang pake sa, like, sa ibang tao unless yourself. You really have to, although it sounds selfish, as you get older, as you start realizing you have a lot of, like, responsibilities, you just realize you don't care. You should just do that. Kasi minsan, 'di ba, it's good to care. It's really good to care about other people. But there's points where, like, 'di ba, fake news, there's just points like that where you have to just realize that you shouldn't try and be a part of it. You should just take yourself out of the situation and be like, if totoo man yan, what does that have to do with me?
Exactly.
You know, 'di ba kasi, oo, dagdag lang talaga to stress. And for me kasi, I always have to listen to two people's side of the story. Kahit, 'di ba, example, kaibigan ko yung isa, dapat marinig ko rin yung other side.
Isa pa.
Oo, kasi kung feeling ko or may energy ako maging marites, makikinig muna ako sa dalawang side. Baka, kunwari, yung kaibigan ko pala yung sisinungaling. O, 'di ba, ako yung mukhang taga.
There's always there's always three sides to the story. Hers, his, and the truth. Ika nga nila.
Exactly. And sobrang hirap talaga pag ganun. Kasi,
Totoo
like,
sa comment.
oo, hindi ko masyado nakikita eh.
Sabi ni Ate Phoebe, may kilala daw siya. May kilala tayong lahat. Char. Okay, for the last question, kasi mag-i-end na si Steph at 1 so she can rest. What are you willing to give up for your faith?
For my what?
Your faith.
For my faith.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything naman eh. I think that's what faith is about. Faith Kasi for me, at a young age, I already don't fear death. I think that's a big, big step. I didn't realize that people were scared of dying. I really didn't realize because for me, I never had that fear
Mm.
since I was a kid. Um, I always had this comfort in my heart that whatever is taken from me, whoever is taken from me, has a reason, has a place to go to.
Mhm.
And if ever I need to do anything, or kailangan ko talaga ibigay para lang sa faith ko, para kay Lord, gagawin ko lahat. Ibibigay ko lahat.
Mm.
Kasi, in the end, and in the start, it always started with Him. It's gonna end with Him. So, malamang, obviously, He made my family, so I would give up my family
Mm.
for Him. He made me so I can have a job, so I can have the opportunity to become an artista, to talk to you guys. So, if I have to
Mm.
give up being an artista for Him, then I will do it.
Mm.
I'm not gonna be the last person to like try to do this type of line of work. So like
Mm.
parang some people have their own faith because of
Mm.
faith. Wow.
Mm. Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
philosopher ba yan?
Well, for the quotable quotes of the day.
Yeah, ganun lang talaga. Like I wholeheartedly would give anything. Like I don't fear what I lose or what I gain. Kasi everything is just materialistic. Kasi 'di ba, mga tao, ano kasi yung tita ko nag-teach sa akin na parang this is just our physical form eh. Lahat ng bagay na makuha natin dito, mawawala pa rin kasi
Mawawala.
one day, aakyat ta dun. So, like, parang mahirap din isipin na parang, obviously, sulitin mo yung oras dito, pero you have to really make sure that not only are you feeding wealth, healthiness, inspiration into your physical life,
Mm.
but also give virtue, just a lot of things to your spirit din and your soul.
And your soul and your spirit. Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
kasi for a lot of people, they always wonder why life sucks.
Or
They
why
have,
it's lacking, no? Mm.
yes, they're always like, I have so much money. I have so many people loving me. I have so many jowas, so many people, just everything.
Mm-mm.
Pero parang kulang yung buhay. Kasi physically, you're getting everything you want, getting everything you need, all you dreamed of. Pero yung spirit mo, yung soul mo,
It's not getting anything. Mm-mm.
kaya nga yung feeling, it doesn't feel like you've fulfilled what you're
Mm-mm.
supposed to do. Ay, di naman malamang ipapakain mo talaga literally yung spirit.
So, okay, kain ka, gutom ka.
Oo nga eh. Pero obviously, like, you have to do stuff you love. Like even singing feeds my soul.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So,
You need to find something about yourself that would feed your soul. Hindi yung like, as in, ay, okay, magaling ako dito, kaya ito yung gagawin ko. It's something that makes you happy. It's something that when you're alone, that you
yeah,
can do. And kasi I think people have this perception of, in order to have a good life, in order to have a completed soul, is that you need to do all these things. You need to be with someone for it or something like that. And actually, hindi, guys. All you need is yourself. All you need is to understand yourself and what your body, what your body and what your mind needs.
yeah, which is exactly why it's like, um, I'm very happy when people, kasi that's one thing that you learn when you start trying to feed your soul more regularly or just understand what you need is you don't care about what other people do anymore.
Yes.
All you really care about is your own well-being. Which is why, di ba tayong dalawa sobrang straightforward? I think it's because
Mm-hmm.
we know what we want, we know what makes us happy, we know what fulfills us, and we're not gonna waste our time doing stuff that are just gonna waste our time. And then,
Time. Yeah. We know what we want. We know what we need.
makaka-drain sa parang emotions natin, feelings natin, walang point mag-drain ng sarili mo. Pag alam mo na yung gusto mo. And honestly, you can be 20, you can be 30, you can be 50 and not know what you want in life or what your
And you
path.
don't know what path. Yes.
Yes, and that's fine. No one should be able to judge you or take that away from you. Like it's fine. Honestly.
We're
Just
all in different paths in our lives. Just
just
because mas ahead yung isa doesn't mean you should be at the same pace.
just as long as you know yourself that you're happy, just as long as you know you're going at the right pace na kinakaya mo, wag mong gawin mo yung sarili mo na parang you have to do this for other people.
Don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure of the society. Na parang bilisan ang takda ng panahon mo. Ganun.
Oo. Kaya nga guys, nag-disappear ako masyado for like 1 week when I came here. Pasensya na po. Pasensya lang medyo kasi
Medyo lang. Slight lang.
medyo lang slight. Pero ano lang kasi I needed a break mga car. And I was like, before I went to Pinas, I always said like, I want to be a celebrity and all that. It's crazy. Like, imagine how it would feel to be a celebrity. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of pros. But so is there many
cons.
cons, bro. Like yung isang time nga, nung pumunta ako ng parang like K-pop dance concert.
I remember that.
It sucked. You know why? Because me as a 16-year-old girl, of course I'm gonna fangirl. Ako kasi matalino ako at wala akong pake. Siksik talaga ako sa crowd and I got to go to the front of the crowd. The problem is every like 5 to 10 minutes, there would be a group of people trying to move to the front and take pictures with me while I was trying to watch the show. So like, di ba pwede after the show po, please? Kasi mahirap din kasi I just don't want to be PBB Stephanie in that point. Like,
You're just not PBB Stephanie lang. You are Stephanie Jordan.
Yes.
You are a human. You are a person who wants to enjoy things. Yes. You're only human.
K-pop fan nga yung tao. Nanonood lang yung tao. Hi, Stephanie. Pwede pa picture? Tapos i-announce na yung winner sa... Tapos sinasabi ko, pwede po mamaya. Kasi parang, as much as I love the feeling of people like recognizing me, there are some times where I just wish they didn't. So I could things like that.
Kasi disguise ka na, girl. It's time to start disguising.
Exactly. Pero dito sa New Zealand, iba talaga. Like, masaya ako dito kasi I go out, wear whatever I want, and like, no one will recognize me.
And it's like, I think it's also like, pati kasi dito, kasi si Chris Hemsworth, taga siya sa Australia. And when people see him, we're just like, okay, hi, parang have a good day, ganun lang. Like, parang it's so easy going lang kasi sa ibang bansa. Well, as when you're, I think, mostly Asian countries, there's so much pressure, there's so much people watching you. Parang lahat ng moves mo nakabantay. Parang ganun. Like, it's okay to take pictures, it's okay to ask pictures, but guys, just remember these are also people that want to do things like normal people.
Oh my, at time na kumakain ako sa mag-inasal at like I was midway eating, like legit my hands were like dirty and someone was like, oh, can I have a photo with you? And my mouth was full. And I'm like, di po ba pwede maantay na matapos po ko?
10 minutes lang. Pwede pong 10 minutes lang.
Oo, kasi midway ako eh. Parang hindi din maganda pag nakat yung pagkain ng tao. So,
I think fans need to create some sort of boundaries with themselves as well. Hindi lang ikaw, but also the celebrity and the fans need to, okay, may ginagawa siya. I can come back naman later. Kasi, guys, I met Stephanie. And really, she's super nice. Hindi naman siya magnuno kung hindi siya busy. Para siyang bata. As in, ate,
I'm a kid. That's the problem. I think people forget na I'm still 16.
Oo, 16 lang siya. Kung nakikita niyo lang siya. Oo, as in, kid, guys. She's just 16. I
Yeah.
think people forget na, ay, hindi pala siya like 20 or something.
Oo. And I
Diba?
that's kaya nga, that's also a disadvantage of people thinking I'm mature and all that. Kasi
Mm.
assume lang talaga nila na wala akong childish side. Guys, nandun pa
Guys,
rin.
kung alam nyo lang, para siyang bata nagsiselfone, tapos, ay, may pogi.
Oy, ay, totoo naman. Totoo naman. I mean, malamang,
Ako din naman.
guys, huwag kayong mag-judgmental dyan. Pag may nakita kayong pogi dun sa mall, ha, lilingon din kayo. Huwag kayong mag-ano dyan.
Parang sabi ko, ang pogi na, sabi ko. Kunin ko kaya yung number niya.
Oo nga, ganun kasi ako eh.
Ito, hampas na hampas. Kunin mo, te.
Lilingon ako, or pag nandun si Ate Ellie or si Miss Airy, gaganon kasi ako, gaganon. Kita mo, dyan, sa kaliwa mo,
Gaganyan siya. Gaganyan siya, i-elbow ka.
tignan mo, lalabay na. Tapos,
Tapos sabay ka.
oh, okay. Tapos yan, move on with life. I mean, I'm still a 16-year-old girl who crushes on other guys. Like it's
She's still she's the biggest fan girl I know, guys. We're
I-
a fan of her, but she's a fan of so many other people.
yeah, kasi for me, fangirl, I'm still a teenage girl. I can still do, just because I've joined PBB doesn't mean I have to stop acting the way I already was before.
Stop, you don't stop acting like a kid just
Yeah,
because
I do,
celebrity ka na.
stop. Like,
Mm.
and yun yung pinaka natatakutan ko sa nung pumasok ako sa PBB, yung tawa ko talaga. Akala ko
I
kailangan
love your laugh.
Kailangan-
laugh.
ka-feeling ko talaga kailangan ko ibahin yung tawa ko pag pumasok.
Kapag iniba mo, susuntukin ka namin.
Oo nga eh. Tapos nalaman, kasi I know if I'm gonna stay for that long, my real laugh is gonna come out. I knew it. Promise, I knew it.
Naalala ko to.
So, lumabas siya. Actually, that night, I think I laughed really hard to someone's joke. And that night, I was like, it's probably gone viral as a meme. Like, I really overthink about my laugh. I think that's one of my insecurities din. Kasi, di ba sasabihin ng mama ko kasi ang ganda-ganda ng babae, pero ang pangit-pangit ng tawa. Sabi ko, ma, wala nang magawa dyan. Ganun naman talaga yung tawa. Uy, ganon.
Pasensya na. Ako lang to. Bakit parang kasalanan ko. Wow.
Like, natatakot talaga ako. And, like, yeah, di ba sabi ni Ate Ellie, like, super comfortable mo tignan nung bigat. Oo, kasi, I feel so comfortable talking to, like, older people. Kasi,
I get that.
yeah, kasi ano sila eh, less judgmental. They're more understanding. They understand almost everything. Nothing wrong with teenagers. It's just like harder to talk to them. You have to explain your part pa ulit-ulit. And like you have to explain why you should not get offended and why you should understand.
Kasi they've had the experiences. Tsaka, like, una silang batch na pumasok bago ikaw. So, they've already seen the bad and the bashing. So, parang there's more advice that they could give nung pumasok na sila. And I think that's why you felt really comfortable with Kuya Nathan, with Mama Brent. Because they gave you that comfort. Parang safety net, kumbaga.
Kasi for
nangyayari.
when I talk to older people, something I realize is they don't treat me like a baby. They treat me as equal, and I really love that, which makes me want to act like a baby.
Like a baby. Yeah.
Exactly. Pero pagdating sa other teenagers, parang agad-agad, pag sinabi ko na 16 ako, parang 16 lang pala, ang bata-bata pa. Parang ganon. Parang
there's more judgment.
Yes, you're already being looked down upon. And
excuse me, ka-age lang kita, ah.
Oo, like, parang nilook down na ako, pero never once did I feel that in Bigaten. Never once did I feel that the adults were not expecting anything from me. Like, they always expected just as much as other adults would.
And
Pero
they were cheering you on then. It was so nice kasi Iba kasi yung pag-cheer ng ka-age mo sa pag-cheer ng adults sa'yo, ng mas matanda sa'yo. Parang nga, I think you said you felt like they're your family, na parang your mom or your siblings na older than you. Kaya you felt so comfortable.
Kasi pagdating sa mga teens na-feel ko talaga na parang ina-underestimate ako. Feel ko
Mm.
at malamang gets ko naman yan kasi I mean, you have to make sure you know who your competition is. And I
Yes,
felt
you have to be smart. Mm.
yeah, I felt like I wasn't anyone's competition. And I was like, okay, if that's how everyone feels, okay, I can't really change that. So,
Mm-mm.
but I still didn't play safe. I really didn't care what I was doing in the house. I was
To be
like,
honest, you became more real throughout every week. You were real and real to yourself and to us that are watching. Na kasi di ba minsan, pag naaano na yung tao, parang after a couple of weeks na, back to back nominations, na ano na, I need to change myself na kasi parang, what's wrong with me? Ba't ako na-nominate? Di ba? But you weren't like that. You were just still true to yourself. You were doing you. Kaya we saved you every week
thank you.
because of that
Kaya
purpose.
that was the funny part Kasi I knew agad. Kasi nga yan yung pangako ko sa sarili ko. Pag pumasok ako, tapos na-nominate ako, hindi ako mag-iiba. Kung
Mm.
ano man yung, kasi, yes, people make mistakes. You can learn from it. You can accept it. You can grow from it. But it doesn't mean you have to change yourself because of a mistake. You
Mm.
just add more values to look upon to, or parang pag-isipan mo mabuti yung mga actions mo before mo gagawin. But it doesn't have to change yourself.
I
Like,
think there is a scene in PBB where you, Gab, and Rob were sitting in the dining table. And this is one of my core favorite memories of you guys. Is where you guys apologize to each other. Na
oo.
parang, ay, sorry nang ganito ako. Parang sabi ko, for people that are so young, and for people that, hindi pa nakakalabas ng bahay for certain months, ang galing, sabi ko, ang ganda ng character development nila. To say sorry for what you did wrong in the past, it takes a lot out of someone. Not adults can do that. Not a lot of adults can do that and take na parang, okay, sorry kasi ginawa ko yan, ganon. Parang there's a pride to it. And yun yung sabi ko, ang galing. Kaya you guys were my favorite sa time na yun. Sabi ko, wow, to have that maturity to say sorry and take action and stuff sa ginawa ninyo. That's
Take
something else.
Ano din I think that although sobrang tapang ko, I have a lot of things and I have a lot of bad traits. I think the one good trait na nangingibabaw talaga is hindi sobrang taas ng pride ko. I'm okay with apologizing. I'm okay with having to serve someone. I'm okay with that. Kasi for me, in the end of the day, all an apology is gonna do is help me sleep better. Know that,
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna help me sleep better. What is everyone gonna do when you apologize? Ang ano naman ni Stephanie, mga ganito ganyan. Wala akong sa mga sinasabi ng ibang tao. At least alam ko, pag natutulog ako, hindi ako natutulog guilty. Hindi ako natutulog na iniisip ko yan. Hindi ako nag-overthink. At least alam ko, alam ng tao, nag-apologize na ako. Kung alam ng mundo, di wow, sana all.
Sana all. Sana all alam.
There are a lot of, there are apologies I've done in PBB that was not aired. There were a lot of conversations in
Yes,
PBB.
you were saying
Yes,
that.
there were apologies that were not aired. There were a lot of convos that were not aired. And I don't really care. Like, personally, if they want to make me look like a bad person, that's fine. Kasi
That's on them.
I know, the person knows, I apologized. They also apologized for some reason. Tapos parang, di ba,
Alam mo
yan-
naman sa sarili mo.
at least you know yourself na kung ano man yung mali mo, nag-apologize ka na, and you're doing your best not to repeat it. Kasi the point of apologizing is saying you're trying to not repeat it in the future. And which is why I'm gonna bring up my pet peeve.
Ayan
Talaga.
na. Ayan na.
Peeve ko. 'di ba sinabi ko, hindi ako mag-apologize sa face-to-face nomination. Bakit? Kasi parang nababastusan ako pag binoboto ako tapos nag-a-apologize. Kasi for me, I'm sorry is a big word. I
Mhm.
don't say I'm sorry unless I mean it.
Mm.
Because I'm sorry means I'm sorry, hindi ko na po uulitin kasi alam ko nasaktan ka sa ginawa.
Saktan ka. Mm.
Yes. Yan yung meaning ng I'm sorry. Tapos, hindi ko gets, ba't nagboboto ka sa akin? I'm so sorry, pare. It's part of the game. Magboto ka lang, tapos bumalik ka na sa...
Don't say sorry. Just
No,
vote.
you don't say sorry for something you know you're gonna repeat. You know, it's for me, I have a lot of values, and I think my biggest value that I care about a lot is when someone starts repeating their apology, and
It
then
becomes repetitive.
yes, and
Yes.
I'm sorry nga, I am sorry holds a very big, holds a lot of responsibility, holds a lot of meaning,
Accountability.
yes, accountability, and holds a lot of values.
Mm.
So,
You just don't throw it around.
yes, and I think over time, I'm sorry has been used way too often that it's like a simple word you can use na.
Parang,
No,
boy na lang siya. Oo.
yes, it has to be, yes, baby boy, book. Yes, and ang word na sorry dapat sincere. Oo, hindi mo lang sinasabi dahil pity mo yung tao or parang you feel like you did something wrong. It's a really big no. It's like when people are red flags, that is my biggest red flag. No,
Spicy chicken joy.
yeah. Like, I really don't like it. That's something I will never agree to if someone repetitively apologizes and doesn't show any development.
Character development nandiyan, mga bebs.
Kasi for me, I am so okay na sinasaktan ako, na sinasabihan ako. Basta, pag apologize mo, nakikita ko talaga yung effort. Pwede mo ulitin yung mistake ha. Kahit paulit-ulit mo magawa yung mistake. Basta makita ko yung effort mo na nag-try ka talaga.
Nag-try ka ng change.
But
Pero
if
yung nagsasorry ka tapos uulitin mo the next day, hindi na sorry yun, be. Hindi na sorry yun.
yeah, exactly. So, like, and I think a lot of people don't understand the way I'm understanding. Kasi, I'm a very different way of understanding. I'm like a tough mom understanding. Na parang, okay, basta hindi mo yan uulitin. Pero pag ulitin, okay lang naman. Basta, like, I really,
There's character development.
yes, like, I really care lang talaga about the character development. Like,
More like, it's just tough love.
oo, tough love
May
lang na.
nag-comment ng tough love, yes. Parang tough love lang siya. But I think people misunderstand it in a way na parang, ay, ang hard niya naman. But kasi, yun nga, when you were saying sorry, people just throw it around na parang, para lang siyang hello or hoy, ganun. Parang, when you say sorry, it comes from you eh. Kung uulitin mo, ba't ka pa nag-sorry? It means you weren't sincere in the first place. It means you weren't planning to change in the first place. So, wag ka na mag-sorry. Like, okay, this is my thing. The most important thing to me is don't say sorry na lang, but I can see change.
Yeah.
At hindi ka na mag-sorry, kapag nakikita ko sa sarili ko, ay, nag-change na siya. Hindi for me, but for the person itself, okay na ako doon. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-sorry kasi nag-i-evolve ka na. Just don't say sorry. Pero kapag nagsasorry ka, tapos the next day, uulitin mo. Parang, ba't ka pa nag-sorry? Wag na.
May naisip ako, OMG. Pero, yan yung yan yung parang main value na grabe talaga yung yung value, hold ko sa value na yan. And like, alam mo, ang sarap sa pakiramdam na parang, like, may ginawa ka sa tao, alam mo naman mali, tapos, when you apologize, a big weight is lifted off your chest.
Never go to bed angry is It's my
Yes.
number one thing. Kapag
Oh.
natutulog ka, may sama ng loob. Hindi ka makakatulog ng maayos. Parang kakainin ka ng galit. I don't like going to bed angry or someone being angry at me. Kasi parang feeling ko, hindi ako makakatulog tapos mag-overthink na lang ako. Na parang, ano man ginawa kong mali? Anong ginawa niyang mali? Ba't di ko siya ma-forgive? It's all about having a conversation.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people do when apologizing or thinking of apology is that pag nag-a-apologize ka, agad-agad ka ma-forgive. At kung hindi ka na-forgive ng tao, parang feel mo may mali ka pa rin. I think I want a lot of people to understand that a lot of people will apologize and not receive forgiveness. Kasi 'di ba malamang nasaktan mo yung tao, hindi naman yan makaka-forgive. But
Ang bilis mo naman makaka-forgive. Hindi totoo din yung forgiveness mo kung agad-agad kang ano.
kasi for me, at least you apologize. The person knows you apologize. You know, mas less weight sa puso nila. It will be easier for them to forgive you. But you should never be upset or feel like they you deserve a forgiveness from them
Then,
agad.
yeah,
They
a
do not
person
owe
that's
you
not,
forgiveness.
don't
Kasi,
ask.
the only person you owe forgiveness to is yourself. You have to forgive
Yes.
yourself from mistakes that you've made. Yeah. So, for me, yan talaga yung main, yung parang pag-apology, yan yung pet peeve ko pag ginagamit nila yung yung I'm sorry. Tapos wala namang laman yung I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, hindi ko na uulitin.
Oh,
Tolokohin ako. Wow, char! Uy,
And
hugot.
when they're like when people apologize, there's like usually two apologies. There's two apologies kasi yung tipong tao na two apologies. May isang tao na parang I'm sorry sa lahat ng ginawa ko. I didn't mean to do this and that. Tapos may isang tao na alam mo talaga walang pake. I'm sorry, for the thing I did.
Minsan hindi mga, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yun lang. Yun nakaka-irita.
Like, kasi when you apologize, you should usually be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
That
for...
and that.
Da. Yan yung mga dahilan. Tapos, yan. Hindi mo sasabihin, I hope you can forgive me. Sasabihin mo lang na, I wanted to say this because, not because I want you to forgive me, but because I want you to understand how sorry I am for my mistakes towards you. I didn't intend to do it. Ganyan. Hindi ka, napepetin ako yung mga, I hope you forgive me. Wow!
Parang na-pressure pa ako.
Oo, parang ba't ganun? Ba't parang medyo reverse psychology to? Grabe ka naman. But my
and they're usually, and that's how manipulative people are. They would say, sorry tapos sasabihin, kailan mo ako i-forgive? Ganon.
Oo.
Ganun ba sila? Girl!
Hindi yun maganda.
Never. Kasi nag-aatraso ka na i-forgive kita ngayon. Forgiveness takes time. Forgiveness is a process. And just like, it's just like time. Time heals all wounds, di ba? Ika nga nila. Hindi naman agad, kung may ginawa ka sa akin masama, sige, I forgive you na, best friends na tayo ulit. Hindi naman ganon.
Oo.
My God. Bago kayo.
Like, when you hurt someone, it's really hard to build someone's trust ulit. Next, baby,
ghosting! Hoy!
I'm to be honest po, I ghost a lot. Yeah. Like, kasi, well, I mean, I really can't use my ex as an excuse as to why I ghost. Like, I can't do that. I can't really use that as an excuse. All I'm gonna say is, I ghosted a lot before in the past. Bakit? Kasi may commitment issues talaga ako. Takot ako.
Same. For the commitment issues sa mga persons.
Oy, grabe naman to. Joke lang. Like, takot lang ako na parang... No, hindi ako takot. It's usually when I meet someone, when I see a red flag, I immediately run. But over time, I'm realizing that obviously everyone has a red flag. I sure as hell have a bit.
I sure do.
Yeah. So like I can't really base the person off the first red flag I see. Which is why I have to be very patient and very understanding with the person and not just ghost them out of nowhere. But right now, kahit sino man magte-text sa akin, i-ghost ko talaga kasi ang dami kong
Hoy,
responsibility.
tingnan mo, guys, kung titingnan nyo lang ang messages namin ni Stephanie, wala siyang reply. Buti na lang.
I'm so
Jowa, parang akong the most patient person ever. I hope you're well.
Hindi kasi ako nagte-text talaga eh. Actually, mas mahilig ako sa parang FaceTime or mga messenger calls. Pero kaya, mga ganun nga eh, tinatamad pa rin ako. So, have you ever been ghosted? Yes.
Yes!
Multiple
Yes!
times.
Ako nagsasabi sa kanya, yes!
I think that's why I started ghosting din. Kasi na-experience ko na. Sabi ko, wow! Ang sakit nun ah. Parang na-feel ko yung, ang sakit nun ah. Okay, baka i-try ko. Trinay ko, nagustuhan ko. Sabi ko, wow, this is not nice. This is not a nice feeling.
Controversial to si Baby Boy.
Sabi
Recently.
Recently, yes. Yes, I have ghosted recently. Very recently.
Sorry to, Tawang-tawang, sino ba nag-ghost sa'yo? Wah! Sino?
Ano ba
Ikaw,
nag-
El.
Wait, when I mean very recently, I mean like a couple,
Hello, months ago.
yeah, a couple of months ago. Like before right after I came out of PBB. Yan. And for me, like, yeah. Sabi ni Baby Boy, wag ka na mag-explain.
Oh, ikaw yung nagtanong, suntukan tayo, Baby Boy, gusto mo? Ikaw nagtanong, ngayon ayaw mo ng explanation. I deserve an explanation. Wow.
Oo nga eh. It's like, I personally don't enjoy ghosting people. But sometimes, there's one time where I had to, kasi sumusobra na talaga yung tao, na parang super, parang pushy, sobrang needy, sobrang controlling.
Oh, red
Tap-
flags all over. No, thank you.
Parang reverse psychology pa, parang ikaw pa yung may problema.
May mali. O, sasabihin.
Kaya
O,
nga,
ito yung
yung tao,
ganito,
yan,
ganyan.
Paano-
Controlling?
Sinasabihin ako, wag mag-post ng ganito, ganyan. Dahil madaming lalaki makakakita ng mga posts ko, tapos magsiselos siya. So sabi ko,
Jowa ka, be?
who are you? Excuse?
Oo.
Hindi,
Ikaw ba
kasi-
binabawalan kita?
Iba kasi yung pagkaseloso.
No,
Yung-
that's not seloso. That's controlling.
Oo, kasi yung seloso, if you're in a right relationship, there should never be a reason to be jealous. If your person gives you enough reassurance and trust. But obviously, you can't avoid it. Pero telling someone to do something to avoid that instance is just sad. It's
Especially about posting. It's your social media. It's your body. It's whatever. You're not telling them what to do. Why should they be telling you what to do?
Oo.
Diba?
Book, true, dot.
Red. Kasi Bebe Boy, malapit na natin suntukan.
Ano daw, red flag na yung overprotective. Para sa akin, depende yung
It depends.
Oo.
It depends on the protectiveness.
Kasi 'di ba obviously overprotective pag sasabihin, "Hoy, wag ka lumabas like it's
3
late."
a.m. or something.
Obviously, that makes sense, but why would I go out at that time? But anyways, dapat obviously,
Me going out at 3 a.m.
oo, may parang, ay, hindi nyo kilala po. Don't worry. Pero, di ba, may cute na parang overprotective na parang paglabas ka tapos medyo show yung outfit mo, dadala siya ng jacket. Tapos,
or he's gonna protective in a way, mag-ingat ka, i-text mo ko ha kapag nandyan ka na. There's a difference and there's a tone to how you say it din. Cute lang dapat.
Oh, cute
Yes,
dapat.
What pad do you like? True. Every 3 days ang mag-text. Ano every 3 days?
Karapatan ba siya? Wala. Pero pinapayagan ko.
Ah,
Noon.
wala
Pero
na ngayon. MU.
MU, opo. Opo. MU po.
MU, tapos ikaw lang nakakaalam, hindi siya. Char!
Hoy! Paano mo nalaman?
I've been...
Grabe naman.
Mag-usap tayo mamaya.
Oo. Pero like, I only really had like, I only had like one MU, legit. Like one MU. Everything else was just like a crush, a one-sided crush. Proper MU.
One-sided. Busy na one-sided crush na yan, sasabihin, wala.
I have a one-sided crush right now. I have a one-sided
Girl!
now.
I feel you. Ayoko.
Yun daw. Don't worry guys, mambudol ako pag maganda po yung content. Hindi muna ako mambubudol po. Mambubudol ako, ayos ako pag on time ako sa live. Kasi nakakapang budol to. Bebe boy, bukbuk, ba't kasi nagpapabudol ka?
Beba boy, paano ka na lang? Diamond shower, gano'n. Wow, ako yung mabubudol pala.
Ay, hindi.
Guys, pa diamond shower na kayo. Ako yung magsasalita.
Pero, ano pa ba antayin na lang natin si Baby Boy Bukbuk matapos yung halo-halo party.
Yung Halloween party niya.
Tapos matulog na po ako,
Matulog
guys.
na
Kasi
siya.
may school po ako soon.
Yeah, may pasok na. Dami kong alam. Ito. Ayan, stop na. Wow, baby boy, baka naman.
Thank you so much po.
Thank
It's
you.
1:30 AM na po kasi dito eh.
Yeah, your time is more advanced than the rest of us.
Uwi ka na. Ha? One day
Do you
po.
know when you're going or not yet?
No, wala pa talaga akong alam eh. Yan yung problema.
Okay lang.
Pero don't worry, I'll update if ever, you know.
Soon daw, guys. Soon lang.
Soon lang. Pero thank you so much for watching po. I love you all so much. And ingat kayo palagi. Hopefully
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you.